It's my one life, and I give it everything I got. I am music. I am sports. I am the culture. Here's a quick news break with yours truly. I'm the one and only. I go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. Please make sure you're following your boy. It's on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and it's all at It's Mr. TALIAFERRO. Oh, man, I am absolutely heartbroken by this story out of basketball. Yesterday, we lost one, man. I want to send a rest in peace up to former Kentucky guard / forward Terrence Clarke, who was unfortunately killed in a car accident on the West Coast. 19-year-old kid from Boston. It's about 3 months away from fulfilling his dream, his lifelong dream of playing in the NBA. Here's what's crazy, y'all. The day before, Terrence Clarke had just signed with an agency. It just so happened to be Clutch Sports, which is Rich Paul's thing. That's LeBron James's right-hand man. He had just signed with an agency. He was on his way to playing professional basketball. From everything I saw, he was expected to be a second-round pick. He was a freshman out of Kentucky, averaging back a little under 10 points a game. He was on his way to being another one of the Kentucky one-and-dones to be drafted in the NBA, probably late second round. And unfortunately, he was in a car driving by himself without his seatbelt on, and a tragedy occurred. I want to read to you guys a statement from the Los Angeles Police Department Sergeant John Matassa, who works in the Valley Traffic Division. Apparently, the entire accident was caught on camera. And here's what Sergeant Matassa had to say about the incident. He says he collided with, and we're speaking about Terrence Clarke, obviously. He collided with another vehicle that was preparing to make a left-handed turn. He struck the vehicle, hit a streetlight pole, and ultimately hit a block wall. He was transported to North Ridge Hospital and was later pronounced deceased as a result of the collision. All right. It is worth noting that Clarke's mother was by his side at the moment when he passed away. Also, BJ Boston, another Kentucky fabulous freshman from last year, who's also signed with an agency and preparing to get ready to get drafted in a few months. He was driving behind Terrence Clarke. So BJ Boston is physically fine, for all those wondering out there. I want to read to you guys a statement from Kentucky head coach John Calipari, who obviously is the latest to coach this young man who was leaving a workout at the time of the accident. John Calipari said, "I am absolutely gutted and sick tonight. A young person who we all love has just lost his life too soon. One with all the dreams and hopes ahead of him. Terrence Clarke was a beautiful kid, someone who owned the room with his personality, smile, and joy. People gravitated to him, and to hear we have lost him is just hard for us all to comprehend right now. We are all in shock." Yeah, I was able to catch up on some videos of Terrence Clarke. Obviously, with him passing away, a lot of sports outlets just kind of posted some clips. I didn't know a lot about the kid. I think I probably saw him play once or twice. I was able to see some video of him, though, yesterday and today. And his personality and just the way he could literally, like Coach Calipari said, seemingly brighten up a room. He was loyal to Boston. He was a loyal Boston sports fanatic. He loved the Red Sox. He loved the Patriots. And he also loved the Celtics. There's actually a beautiful image floating around online with Terrence Clarke at a basketball game, and Jason Tatum's in the shot and Terrence Clarke's blurred out in the background. You could just tell that is a super fanatic of the game, which a lot of these young athletes, we seen the Anthony Edwards of the world, last year's #1 pick, plays for the T-Wolves. You know, he said he didn't really watch basketball like that. LaMelo Ball has also said he didn't really watch a lot of NBA ball like that. So it's interesting to see a kid like Terrence Clarke not only be on his way to playing professional basketball, but still have that fandom and love for watching the game of basketball. You know he was going to appreciate every moment he had on the court. And for him to be 3 months away from probably living out his dream and playing in the NBA, one of the worst sports tragedies I've seen in quite some time. Obviously, Kobe's, I don't even need to talk about that one anymore, but this one ain't too far-fetched. At least Kobe, rest in peace, got to see the age of 40 for a 19-year-old kid to be driving in a car, probably speeding, and for him to not have that seatbelt on and lose his life over one mistake, that hurts. You know, that hurts. I want to send some prayers up to the entire Clarke family, prayers to the basketball community. I've also heard that, you know, this young man being in the Boston area has had the opportunities to work out with the likes of Jason Tatum. There are a lot of pictures of Clarke and Jaylen Brown floating on the internet. I'm assuming they were somewhat close. The basketball community is very tight, and a lot of these talents in the league today, they really take a lot of these young players that are up and coming under their wing and kind of groom them right before they even touch professional ball, even if some of them don't get there, you know. So, man, rest in peace to Terrence Clarke, man. People, wear your seatbelts. Nothing is cool about not having your seatbelt on. You underdig? Nothing is cool about not having your seatbelt on. Put your seatbelt on. You know, maybe it could have saved this young man's life in this situation. Again, prayers to that man's family. And Adam Silver, the commissioner of the NBA, he is class personified. I believe he's going to do the right thing. He is going to find a way to make sure this young man's name is called whenever the draft does take place. Here's a quick news break with yours truly. I'm the one and only. Go by the name of Mr. TALIAFERRO. With that being said, my time is up, and I'm out. Catch full new episodes of FERRO's music-based platform every day only on YouTube at It's Mr. TALIAFERRO. You can also find clips, updates, giveaways, and more on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, also at It's Mr. TALIAFERRO. For all basketball fans, make sure you tune in to FERRO's daily highlights, reports, and commentary on YouTube at HoopsFERRO, and even more updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at HoopsFERRO as well.